In this video, I'm building a medieval town from scratch and talking to you softly whilst you fall asleep. Welcome to episode 47 of Fall Asleep with MadMorph. This time I'm playing Manor Lords, which is a medieval city builder game. We'll be seeing how many winters we can survive and repelling attacks from bandits. I'm MadMorph. This is my series where I play games to help you sleep, so subscribe for more like this. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome home. You can also check out my free podcast of bedtime stories and audiobooks where I read to you for free. It's on Spotify and Apple, and it's called Down to Sleep. Find all of the links that you need and more of me in the description for this episode. And now, this is Manor Lords. Welcome. We're going to be building a medieval village from scratch, or as close as we can get to it, with just a small campsite with a group of settlers. I love how you can zoom right in this game and see what's going on. And then right back out to continue your building. So this is a new map that I haven't played before. It's new to me. It is called the Twin Lakes. So we've got a pond there, but there should... Yep, we've got two big lakes here. 1 and 2, one slightly bigger than the other. Look at this map, that's so cool. Region view shows who controls each region, resource deposits, expanding, press claims to other regions. I love it. I love the art on the map. That's so cool. So let's begin. We've got a new message here. Build up your town, your manor, and when ready, press claims towards regions owned by your opponents. Once a claim has been pressed, be ready for battle. I shall unite these lands under my rule. Families require supplies and living space. Supplies consist of food and fuel and can be monitored in the region panel. Living space is primarily increased by building or expanding burgage plots. Food will spoil rapidly if not stored in a granary. Similarly, exposed goods may take weather damage if not stored in a storehouse. Similarly is one of those words that always trips me up. Similarly? Do you have a word that's your nemesis? It's a bit like spelling restaurant. It's just never going to stay in my brain. So we're going to start off building a logging camp is always the place to start. Let's take a look at our area here. It would make sense, I think, for logging to be taking place back here against trees, or is it telling me to do it here? What is this? Clay, okay. Let's all put our logging camp back over yonder. When considering what to build and where, be sure to check your region's resource deposits, investigate soil fertility using overlays. Okay, got it. Glad for the tutorials because it's been some years since I played. When placing a new building, required construction materials need to be physically brought. Oh yeah, this is what I love. So you can literally see them using the oxen to carry the logs over that are needed to build it. Like they actually attach the log, you'll see when they drop it off. They will drop it at the building site. Oh, isn't that some lovely ambience of the woods? They drop the log. There's literally a physical log here on the building site, and they'll wander back with the oxen. Is it just ox if it's one ox and oxen if it's two? With the ox and bring another one. I find that so cool. You know, for me, playing these kinds of games and building a village and stuff like that, I want to immerse in that feeling of actually building something for the people that are there and getting to see them live their life in it. And this is really a game that does that, which I love. So, we've got roads, and that's going to speed things up if we build our road to it, as we've got other stuff going on. So from the logging camp, they will be cutting down trees that are nearby. Perhaps what should be the next thing? Maybe a warehouse and homes. Let's start thinking about where people are going to live. You've got to think about them living close to their job, but We're really just building the prettiest village that we can in this world now. I like to get a little look at the land, try and picture it, where they're going to end up. We're sort of on a raised little nook here. You can picture the roads that would come in off of here, up. Perhaps we go into an industrial area over here where we've got salt in the camp. We'll bring the road up here to the right. And this will be where people live. Seasons can affect the availability of resource deposits around your town and your jobs that the residents can perform. View the current season. I would assume it's spring. Bottom right. It's March. It's spring. March to May. For a building to start production, you must assign a family. I've heard of your renown. I only seek to defend my rights and my honour against those who would wrong me. I hope you'll not judge me by the rumours and slanders that some may spread about me. Signed and sealed by my own seal, Hildebold von Bedenreuter. Right back. Drop a paragraph here. You have no rightful claim to Selbitz. That's all I have to say. Make of it what you will. Exposed goods need to be moved to a storehouse. Right, let's build a storehouse. Logistics. Storehouse. Now, people are going to sort of be carrying goods to the storehouse, which will then move on to other places. We're going to keep this kind of centralish. How can we rotate? Left click and then turn. Like so. Things will start to take shape. Put that here. Exposed goods. Build a granary. That should be our next step. But I'm going to build a house first. I need to just like feel it. I need to picture where stuff's going. A burgage plot. Oh yes, I remember how we do houses here. It's not even just plonking a house down, it's super flexible. So you actually put down a point like this. Where should we put our first home? I kind of want people to live overlooking the water, but it's not great. Let's picture it again. The road's coming up here. It's going to be houses on either side as we turn into a little village around here. So we're going to build nearby to begin with. And you put down one point and drag it out. And it gets to be as big as you want. Because within that they can have little gardens and stuff. And you can see once we draw the 4 points where the house will be. And that if it's bigger, you have space for a little extension for them, where they can actually do village work. So we're going to make this wider as a plot, so that we can have that in, like that. And I think what we'll do is start getting our roads in. It's going to be the roads coming up from here, right? And then we're going to have it turn a corner here, come up towards these industrial areas and deposits. Oh. And we'll come off of here. I think they'll dismantle this camp once they're done, so we'll go straight through that into what we've been doing. But maybe we will have a nice little turn here, actually. That could make things interesting. Let's get another house symmetrical first. And put our plot adjacent to the road. Ooh, and there we go. We could even have 2 there, but we don't have enough wood for that at the moment. Just build the one. you to connect there. I want you to just be chill. Yeah. Don't like that that's a little bit wonky. Let's move over a little bit. Keeps trying to pin itself to the road that's there on the left. That's as good as it's going to get, I think. And we'll have the road break off of here. Come up this way. So let's assign people to our logging camps. We can start getting wood in. We'll put 2 families in there as we're just starting out. Actually, how many families do we have right now? Available living space. Assigned families. 2, 3 unassigned. Yeah, okay. Don't want to overload too quickly. Use up all of our people. So now we want to get a granary from logistics. Okay. A little place to keep food, but not enough wood yet since people are building. And one day this shall be a mighty, mighty village, but for now, as we wander around the village as it's being built, you can see them literally putting the buildings up. And this is us playing as our Lord and Saviour. You get to run around the village that you're building in a third-person mode, which I love. Hello, peasants. I mean, fellow villagers. It is I. We may not be a beautiful people, but we are strong and hardy. Like bears. Though bears are very cute. Cuter than us. We are simple folk. And while you may dress simpler than I with my boots with long toes on, long pointy toes, like an elf, and my blonde hair, and my red cap like Wee Willie Winkle, know that I am somewhat like you, just better. Sitting by the fire here, telling stories. This is an early version of Down to Sleep right here. That's why they got the nightcaps on. Early fairy tales being told around the fire. What's being built here? What did we actually do here? What are they working on? Oh, it's the next house. Of course it is. Homeless people move into available burgage plots immediately. Check the burgage plot and view its residential requirements. Is the volume down? Let's just have a little quick look. It's at 50%. I do want to hear a bit more sound, and I'll bring the music down a little bit. So it is quite relaxing a tune. The relaxing sounds of a medieval village being built. The murmur of peasants, happy to do their job. Yeah, Christ, I can't believe this is my job. Don't worry, he's very happy.
Where's my other mallet?
And I also love how the houses look a little bit different. I mean, here we have 2 houses next to each other. I built them in the exact same way. They've got a slightly different roof. Different items outside. It just gives a lovely variety to the village that you're building. You know, there's a little sack there, a bucket out front. Totally different to what's here, with a barrel and a bucket and some goods down the side of this one. You can also, I think, design within whilst you're placing the house where the door is and stuff. So we still have that generic... Ah, I need to assign a family to the storehouse. Now they go and pick that stuff up and move it in. Gotta remember to do that. So let's get our granary up so that our food doesn't spoil if it starts to rain. Still not enough goods. What's happening with the wood, boys? Let's get 3 families in there and start collecting that wood, please. We need some goods. Got 2 months before supplies run out. 0 timber and 0 planks at the moment because we just built that house. But I put my people first. We must get the homeless off the streets. There's also bandits that are around on the map. If we zoom out, can we see where they are? There's a brigand camp down there. They'll pop up around the place. Trade points at the edges of the maps. It's going to be fun to build this out. Might just speed time up a little bit whilst we get some wood in. And head to the ambience of the forest as we watch them chopping. Felling trees. And we'll get a, I believe it's a loggers camp or a, no sorry, that's the logging camp. Is it a forestry camp where they replant the trees that you cut in the area as well? Is a good thing to move towards. Alright, now we have space for a granary. And we shall put that just off of the road here for now. Creating a little bit of a street.
A fresh start for me again.
That way we can have workers living in here, rather than it being like a fully residential kind of thing. So we want them to get to work quickly. Ah, the start of capitalism. And we shall bring a road out up this way for everything else that we're going to be doing. Helps to get a bit of shape to it. I feel like you're painting, almost painting the roads on. And so the first thing we want to do whilst they're building that, as it's starting to rain, is get our people in and build another home, I think. And perhaps opposite, right here. Could be a little block of 2 houses. If we wait till that. Initial camp goes, we'll be alright. Running out of food, not enough supplies. Check for food and fuel. Okay. Let's go ahead then and get a forager and a hunting camp. We zoom out with the hunting camp. Is there anything to be seen of where it's plentiful? I don't think it does. Is wild animals a resource? Oh, it is, look. Wild animals 26 of 26 down there. We don't actually have any wild animals near us, in which case we will have to start fishing and foraging. And the foraging is all the way over here. Does it say it has to be put near that? Berries from nearby wild berries or mushrooms. I mean, it makes sense for us to focus on fishing then, does it not? Fishermen. We'll have to bring them up from down here. So that's the entrance. Let's have the fishermen start right there. Actually, can you get rid of this message? There we go. On the corner there. Didn't realise the food situation was so dire, excuse me. And I guess we'll start getting some mushrooms too. It's going to be a bit of a trip for the people that work here, but hey. You're outdoors, you know, you've got an outside job, you're picking mushrooms, getting to snack on them whenever you want. The chef's tax, right? I was just testing them to make sure they were good enough for your eating, my sire. You've eaten the whole basket, boy. Right to be sure, didn't I? Now I'll go pick some more for you tomorrow, and you'll have a lovely, lovely dinner, won't you? Very good, be on your way, mushroom picker. Alright, sir, thank you. If you were part of this village,
Summer's coming soon.
what job would you want first? Would you want to work at the logging camp? Would you want to be a fisherman? Would you want to be the mushroom picker? Let me know. I'm building us a new world. And so we're going to want to start getting the road coming up from the fisherman's hut here to make the travel a little easier. And I wonder if what we want to do actually is put the road along the edge of this, if we can. Can we? And we'll sort of build a little outlook or something. It gives us a good sort of jumping off point. Since otherwise it's not super usable to create a circle along here. I love that the roads just place instantly too. No need for people to, you know, go and run the thing. Maybe we'll have our tavern there. We'll overlook the water, won't we, love? And eat what lovely fish grow in this wonderful pond. A lovely looking pond. Where I walk by the river, I actually had to report some fishing wire hanging down into the river with my precious ducks and swans that I watch and look out for. Yeah, me. I would have got it down, but it was literally right in the middle. I would have had to wade out to get it. So I had to call the council. Be like, oh, hello there. Seems to be some fishing wire hanging in a tree right in the middle of the river. And I wasn't sure how they would take it. Whether they'd be like, okay, you've called the wrong place. But she was like, great, we'll get a team out there. Can you let us know where it is? And I made a little map for them. Emailed it to them. Took pictures. Just so they knew where it was, because it's my little secret spot by the river where I like to sit and see the kingfishers and stuff. I thought I can't have that. Dangerous. Alright, we're logging. We need more people to move in. We've got 3 homeless families, but only 1 family unassigned. So currently only 1 family that can build. And we've just had to assign them to fishing. So let's drop one of the families out of logging. We have good amounts of timber now, so we'll drop 2 families out of logging. Put 1 on the granary. And start to sort this food situation out. And once... Did we build the mushrooms? Why is it not being built? I could have sworn we placed... Oh wait, it's so far away I was looking in the wrong spot. So we'll also need to work on a road for our mushroom picker here, whichever one of you picks that job. You can see the builder walking away. Bloody long walk, this. What are they building a mushroom foraging hut out all the way out here for? Surely there's mushrooms going closer than this. Unbelievable. That's whichever one of you picked builder. That's your job, sorry. So we'll curve the road straight up. Quickest point. And then we're going to have to connect to our road up here. By pond yonder. I think we'll just come straight up through these woods. Protect the green. And connect it to that side there. We're starting to take shape. And hopefully they'll start to get some food. Let's see how they fish. They're coming to work for the day. There's the fisherman setting up his rod and fishing away. I don't know if fishing was actually in when I last played this. I don't remember this. Can I visit him? Ah yes, a fine construction. Our new fisherman's hut. Let me head down to the lake. Ah. Oh, he's coming. I'm going back to the hut. Work on some fish. He left when I was coming to see him fishing. Do you not see how I float, how I fly? I am the chosen. Sorry, sir, it's too windy for the fish. I had to bring these up to dry them out on my drying rack, which is a magical drying rack. Well, you also then just went inside and slammed the door in my face, sir. And I can see you snuck out the back to go back to fishing. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. We're all very grateful for you as our mayor. Literally, God, the good old days, eh? Fishing on with a stick and a string and a big old hook on it. Them's was the days, wasn't they? So as he fishes, we should hopefully start to get some food in. We still just have one unassigned family. Oh wait, no. Is the mushrooms built? Because that's your job once it's built. But we're waiting on one person still transporting the goods to build this. So we'll fast forward till it's done. And it's raining. Got thunder and rain and lightning. Oh, where is the... We should be able to literally see what's being transported here, and it's being built. The construction of this hut. There they go. You can literally see them walking around it, hammering it, and you see it building up whilst they're doing it. I mean, this game is so good. And now we can assign someone to start getting some mushrooms, which seems to really be needed. We're pretty low on food. But it's still just our first month, I mean. Oh look, and because we assigned another fisherman, we've got 2 people fishing in the pond. So you literally get to see them working. Oh, and his wife's come to join him. I guess because we assigned another family, maybe there's 2 people in that family. So cool. Now, we don't have anyone that can build at the moment. We've got 1 in the logging camp, 1 in the granary, 1 in the storehouse. Everyone's got a job at the moment. We need some new people to move in. But I don't know if we can, if there's still homelessness, because people won't be attracted to live here. I can't remember exactly how people move in. So let's actually plan our houses out at least. And we probably want to start building along here so that the mushroom person and the fisherman don't have to live too far away from home. Even put, can we get a house right on this corner for the fishermen to live in? Make that a little corner plot. And maybe even just do a little house out here for them to get to work every day, because it's such a long walk. Literally do it diagonal off of there. A little rickety house in there. Let's just do it a bit wonky like that. assuming when it's built we'll be able to actually assign the house that that person lives in and make them live next door to their job. Oh, it's actually, I think, we need to start making fuel too. We've got a decent amount of timber right now. Let's unassign the logging camp family and they can go and build for a minute. Start getting the houses up. The granary is the person that's going and collecting stuff for the pantry, so we need them at the moment. And the storehouse, can we unassign them for a minute? What are they collecting? Tools, firewood, rubble. I think that's just stuff we started with. Dun 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 dun. You're gonna have some medieval dreams tonight. There's going to be a Pied Piper in your dreams, doing a little jig and playing his flute for you. Piper of your dreams, to make all your wishes come true. Say thank you, Mr. Piper. Perhaps that Pied Piper is me. Just picturing myself in a jester's outfit, one of those big comical hats with bells on, dancing away for you, playing the pipe. This is my pipe. This video, this game, my instruments of dreams. Like Willy Wonka, but less interesting. We are the dream makers, the dreamers of dreams. So where's this? The granary worker. You can see, we can follow them. They're pulling the wheelbarrow full of mushrooms. Can't actually see the mushrooms in there. If we click on them, what happens? Nothing. And the oxen coming over. I just love that the characters have to physically move stuff rather than stuff just taking time. Like, oh, you placed a house, this takes 30 seconds to build. Well, no, it depends how long it takes the ox to bring the wood, and then for the person that's got to build it to make their way over from the town. Feels like it's going to be a slightly slower start just because of the way the map is spread out and that we don't have easy access to food straight away. But we can see the fisherman's house.
It's a veritable masterpiece of carpentry. Solid as a rock. That's why it's heavy.
Being done as the carpenter talks to himself. Lovely looking house. That'll be $500,000 by today's standards. Out somewhere like this. Imagine the old days of just villagers built houses, right? Here's a plot of land, build in here. We've built a house. In today's world, if you said, oh, if you built that, that'd be worth, you know, 250 to who knows what these days. They'd be like, sorry? What are you talking about? So who lives here? The residing family is Herman, Margaret, and Wolfgang. They work in the warehouse. Okay. So I want to reassign... So I can see that that's where they work, right? So I want to reassign them to the fishing. So now my fisherman lives right next door. At least one of them does. And then we'll do the same when we build the hut over here. So that was cool, that was nice and easy. Literally 2 clicks and the family's reassigned. Still got 2 homelessness. We can actually expand the living space and have both fishing families living here. Just takes 2 logs. I think we'll do that and have them live together as a happy fisher family. Let's fast forward time. So we are going to need fuel as we work through here. Let's look at what's in logistics. Storehouse, trading post, pack station. Is it? The woodcutter's lodge. Fells nearby trees and splits producing firewood. We do need that. And this is becoming our little woodland area. Down in the industrial wood district, sir. We do need people to start moving in or having babies or something. Need more people. I need more workers, damn it. Work area is empty. What do you mean? We're running out of mushrooms? Is that what you mean? Workers can't find anything to gather within their work area. Okay, let's take a look. Unlimited work area, and they can't find mushrooms? Because there's only 7 left? We have to let the mushrooms replenish. Okay, stop working there for now then. That was worth me building you a home to literally live there for then, wasn't it? A strong militia is paramount to the survival of any settlement. Luckily, a shipment of weapons has arrived. You'll now be able to create your first militia banners to serve you and protect your people. However, we will need more weapons to equip all the people as the settlement grows by making them or importing them from other lands. Right, well, we don't have the people for a militia just yet. As we get things moving. Oh, I can rename... Oh wait, specializing regions. View detailed information. With each settlement level reached, you granted a development point to spend on a permanent upgrade. The Environment tab gives a breakdown of the region's environmental strengths and how affinities affect your buildings. The Records tab details your trade history, as well as the production and consumption. Origins. The Bamberg Smallholders. Is this what I'm picking, or what we have? Oh, we're picking our origins, okay. Driven from Bamberg by the bishop's heavy tithy, we learned to keep our hearths warm, and our tables full by our own hands. Do you want to start again? We waste nothing, tend every plot with care, and set down roots where we can live by our own labour, not by the bishop's mercy. So the upgrade is a small holding. We get increased approval from food variety. I ain't got that right now. And increased success chances for tree planting. I mean, the art's beautiful on this. We can be of the Vogtland. We were shaped by a hard country. We come from far marches where winters bite deep and earth yield little without a fight. There we mastered the land's hidden bounty. Wow, that was about 5 accents in one sentence. Well done. We mastered the land's hidden bounty. What we carry to market is no mere trade, but proof we endure where others falter. Enables ordering a hunting hound for the hunting camp. Well, that's no good for us. Boas and joiners. Warbows, crossbows, and shields. All occupied burgage plots produce 1 regional wealth. Blacksmith efficiency, weapon export value. Clothing durability increase. Born of the Alps. We were raised where the slopes are steep and the valleys quiet. Sounds perfect. A stonemason station improved. Improved armor or efficient farming at elevation, cheaper animal import, and increased labor speed. This is so cool. I've never seen this before. Sheep are more resilient, efficient hunting camps, but trade routes are more costly. I might go with the Born of the Alps, you know. I don't do much trade route stuff when I play these kinds of games. Clothing durability, so we don't get too cold in the winter. Sheep are more resilient. That sounds good. I like sheep. Let's do it. Perk unlocked. We are Born of the Alps. That is our origin. You can see the environment here is meadow, woodland, 0% farmland, 4% rural, 0% urban. How cool, how cool. I only clicked on that because I thought I could change. Resource stolen by nearby bandits. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you just stole 5 mushrooms from me. We must kill them all. Sir, it's just 5 mushrooms. Maybe they were hungry. We must slaughter them in their sleep. Raise the banners, call the militia. Sir, I think we can spare 5 mushrooms. It starts with 5 mushrooms. Next thing you know, it's a whole lamb. Then it's my special elf shoes. This will not stand. Maybe if we visited them with a welcome basket and we gave them some mushrooms... You're not hearing me, are you? Spensums? Spensum Tithe McGee? I want a head for every mushroom that was taken. Sir, perhaps you should calm down. People are trying to sleep and you're talking of taking people's heads. Right. I want their toes then. Five toes for each mushroom. May as well make it a foot, sir. Right, 1 foot for every mushroom. That is my command. So it shall be done. Sorry. When I had every intention of just playing this nice and mellow and building and describing the buildings to you as we head out here in the ambience of the medieval woods and build a village together, and I still can't resist doing a silly bit. Sorry. You know what you're getting at this point, don't you? So, back to it. There's also... I've got a vamp. I've got to fill the time as we actually wait for some people to move in. We've got 2 unassigned families at the moment, since we unassigned from the mushrooms. Everyone's living in a house, though, so that's good. Also, we now have, I believe, 2 families living here. And they work... Let's assign both families as fishermen. So now they've got a really short commute, the shortest commute you could possibly have. It takes them longer to walk from the fishing lodge down to the pond than it does from their house. Perfect. How everybody should be living their beautiful lives. With a short commute and a rewarding job. All the fish you can eat. We need to wait for the mushrooms to regrow. If I zoom out, what does it say? It says affinities, teeming, seasonal, growing. So I guess you just have to wait. It'll have to be a fishing village. Makes sense for bears, doesn't it? So, let's get someone in the woodcutter camp so we start collecting firewood. Oh wait, we don't have anyone assigned in logging at the moment. How are we doing? 27 timber. For food, we've got 65 carp. We've currently got 3 months before supplies would run out. And we've actually got 11 months of food, but only 3 months of fuel. So, oh, because I have 3 people fishing. That's why. Let's unassign. Let's actually have 1 family fishing that lives here. And 1 in the logging camp, the forestry camp. So next, we've got a saw pit. We can turn timber into planks. We probably want to get a farm, to be honest. I think is what we need to look at next. So we're not relying just on fishing. So we build a field. And we have to then build a farmhouse. So maybe we should build fields out here. Fields in Manor Lords need to be quite large to be effective. 1 Morgan, but also take long to plough by hand. Check the ground fertility. Not all crops behave the same. Okay. It's quite fertile down here. But the rest of it's looking a bit ropey, honestly. So we can check. So that's the fertility for Emma. What about flax? Awful. Barley? Even worse. Rye? Pretty good. Can we eat rye? It's crackers, right? Like rye vita? Rye bread? That's a thing. So perhaps our farm should be out here. We want to make it... What's 1 Morgan? 1 Dexter Morgan, please. Tonight's the night. So there we go, that farm is 1.2 Morgan. I wonder if we could actually build go. That's perfectly one organ. I'm so good at my job. And I'll have that. I don't want to use up all the fertility on one, so we'll go In order to begin farming, you need a field and a farmhouse. Families assigned to the farmhouse work the fields in accordance with the field's priority level. When crops are growing, they absorb nutrients from the soil, which lower its fertility and thus diminish yields over time. To combat this, consider using crop rotation or leaving the field fallow for a year. Right, so now we need a farmhouse, which we'll put in front of this field area. Thusly, we want them to go from there to work, right? So, what's that mine there? Do we just build on top of it, the clay resource, or do we build near it? Clay furnace, workers refine clay, smithy, kiln, bloomery. Where's just like the mine? Collect the clay, do you know what I mean? I'm guessing, do they just, if you just build a kiln? Like this just says workers refine clay, so do you just build it by clay? And people automatically pick up the clay? My mission. Oh wait, it's in gathering. A quarry. Extracting stone and rubble. Stone gatherer, rubble, stone. Mining pit. Okay. So you just put it nearby. Doesn't have to be right on top. So we can build our farmhouse. And I want to put that like this. And start getting it up. Still only 5 families. How do we get people to move in? Do we need to run a TikTok promotional campaign? Come to Felsweg. The name might be ugly, but the land is beautiful. Let's do a little save actually in case things go horribly wrong here. When did I last play? 2024. Feels like it was longer ago than that. I wonder if I need empty houses for people to move into. Let me Google real quick to see how we get people to move in. How to get... Oh my god, typing on a phone is so annoying. How to get more people to move in on Manor Lords. Provide empty housing plots and keep approval above 50. Well, our approval's 48, so that's fine.
Bring this here, move that on and on.
The approval rating is 48 because of lingering memories of homelessness. I traumatized my people. Well, that'll fade with time. Don't worry, darling. Let's go ahead and build another home then. Well, I guess the farmhouse is another home. We need to start getting some nice homes up for people to live along this road. And then people will move in. Well, I completely messed that up, didn't I? Beauty residential area with people living along here. Sitting here panicking as why no one's moving in. Not building any homes. I thought I didn't have to build them until they showed up. I'm so used to other games where they just show up nomads, you know, and then you have to house them. Am I thinking of Age of Empires back when I was like 12 years old? Sure. But that's on me. From this humble acorn shall the mighty city grow. We like to expand slowly, okay? We didn't want to move loads of people in and overwhelm the infrastructure. I knew what I was doing. Alright. The farmhouse is up, and a family is assigned. Provided the field is not set to fallow, workers will plough it and sow the crop as soon as possible. Well, we've got to say that it's rye, because... Oh no, wheat is 67% here. We're going to do rye. Turned into rye flour and rye grain. You don't want to grow the wrong crop on there. Generic storage is full. Excess goods need to be moved to a storehouse, otherwise workers may stop production. So I believe that's our woodcutter's lodge is full because there's no one working at the storehouse. Okay. Now everyone's assigned, so no one would be building. In which case, let's unassign the woodcutter for now. So 49%, as we get up to 50% happiness, we will start to get people moving in. We have food for 9 months, fuel for 13, so we can chill out a little bit. But really, games like this, it's all about making sure you've got enough to survive winter. For all we know, this pond might freeze over. And the mushrooms are back to 34, so we can start plucking those soon as well. We're now into summer, it's July. And you can literally watch them plough the field. Doing it by hand, but I think if you upgrade and give them an ox, they do it with an ox too. And that will become a lot of food for us. $13 of fuel. I wonder if I should unassign the fisherman so he can go help build that house. Let's do that for now. Because certainly getting people in as quickly as possible now that we're at 50%, the lingering memories of homelessness have finally faded. As we build new homes for new people that are untraumatized. We can watch them build this overlooking the pond here. As the sun, the summer sun comes in, glinting off of the pond, our life source. And the fish itself, a rich source of omega-3 oils. Are all fish a rich source of omega-3 oils, or is it only salmon? Sorry, I'm talking to you whilst applying lip balm. It's really impossible not to feel really dainty when you're putting lip balm on, you know? Like, there's not really, you know, not that, I mean, not to get too into the weeds on it. If you're talking classical masculinity and femininity, can a guy apply lip balm in a masculine way? Or a girl, since you can be masculine too. Resources stolen by bandits, they're stealing my fish. And I don't know if it's the lip balm or if it's just, I feel like I'm putting lipstick on or something, you know? I don't know. What is that? Alright, we've got 2 new houses built and we'll wait for people to move in. Here's hoping. Oh, what have I clicked? Also, there's no judgment on that, by the way. I just feel dainty while I do it, you know? I can be dainty. I'm dainty sometimes for someone who's 6'2". It's true. Would you rather be tall or small? Like, what would you pick? It's one of those weird things growing up tall, because you always like sort of want to be a bit shorter, especially in your awkward teen years. You just feel like you stick out like a sore-blooded thumb. That's how we all end up with bad posture. And then when you get older, you realize everyone wants to be tall, and that you're kind of like privileged and lucky to be tall. But I don't know, it attracts unwanted attention whence one is growing, sire. Well, I'm offering these wonderful homes, and I guess we have to now hope people move in. So, I think I've miscalculated with the Burgage plot homes, because these ones don't actually have an expansion. They have, I think, extra storage. These ones do have an expansion on them, to where if you have the extra materials, you can ask them to build a vegetable garden, to keep chickens, to keep animals, to do a brewery. This is all going on in the garden. You also turn those plots into an armourer's workshop and a butcher's workshop and a bakery. I think rather than building a bakery upon itself, you build them in Burgage plots and people kind of work them that way.
We all know what that means, don't
We all do know what that means, don't we, mate? Don't we, Governor? I need people to move in, that's what that means. Marketplace. Provides space for market stalls when supplied by an active granary and storehouse. Distributes goods to Burgage plots. Well, that would make people happier. A well-supplied marketplace is the lifeblood of your settlement. Place the flexible plot of the marketplace. Granary and storehouse workers set up stalls automatically. Select the marketplace to check your supply and demand. Okay. Little town market. We'll put the market right on the corner here. Along this road where it's a bit packed out. Space for 18 stalls. That's too big a market, mate. Have a little corner market instead. Do you know what? It's fine. We'll expand into it. There you go. 10 stalls. That's a good starter's market, I think. People suffering from disease may stop working. Access to herbs may help speed up the recovery. A varied diet increases disease resistance. It never bloody ends. Who's collecting herbs then? Workers plant saplings. Don't see anything about herbs. You have to make do, love. Alright, how are we doing for food? 8 months of food still, and the mushrooms are full. Teeming with mushrooms it is. And then, can we get a house on that corner too? It's a bit wonk, but it's fine. Need more people, mate. I love how they just teamed out of their house there. The workers that are living there, running along the edge of the pond. We've got this, sire, don't worry. I think I'll just run it in fast time until we get some people in. A bandit camp was sighted. What is occurring? Where? Over here. Hopefully they don't attack, because that can be a problem. They're quite close, actually. And they're moving. I love that we can just go see. Look, oh my gosh, there's a lot of them. If they attacked us, we'd really be in trouble. We're not ready for that. But don't have the capacity. Harvest season started. September, autumn, harvesting, ploughing, and sowing crops. Well, I guess we built a farm at the right time. A new family started moving in. Guys, it's working. Perfect. Family members join one of the settlers. More and more people. This is what we want. First year's going swimmingly. I'm going to build some housing on this side too. Whilst we've got the workers unassigned and ready to go. Cute little plot. 5 houses up on the corner, all with room for expansion, so we can have our bakery and our brewery and stuff along there. I think that's a pretty good placement.
Is it me, or is that hinge a bit stiff?
What? Sounds like an insult. Just me, or is that hinge a bit stiff? You better be talking about the construction site, not my knees, sir. Alright, let's move someone into the place here. And who lives here? Someone lives here. I'm gonna ah, you're the forager. Great. So you live there and work there. Perfect. Wow, the mushrooms are collected so quickly. They already collected them. All of them. Went from like 56 to 5 in less than September. That feels like I'm going to have to continually be turning the forager off and on. Don't know how I feel about that. Let's get another farm field up. For some more.
Gotta smooth that beam over there.
Right. I'm guessing the light green is better. Better than best. As we do another mulligan's worth. Just not quite long enough. Another field, another mulligan. Upon here you shall make more. Right? Since that's where the 100% fertility is. And I think the same family goes and works that other field as well. They'll only assign more if they struggle, but since the other field's done, they should just... There they go, heading out to work on it right now. Wheat, glorious wheat. I am allergic. Haven't been able to have it for quite some time now. It's been a while since I espoused the qualities of going gluten-free, wheat-free. If you have any aches and pains, anything that's a bit of a mystery, some inflammation, something that you're not sure of. For me, it wasn't even stomach issues. It was just like muscle pain and feeling sick sometimes. When I would go for like a while without it, you know? And I mean, to the point where I had appointments with like consultants. Like I had diagnostic stuff done and they were like, we don't know. You know, they were trying all kinds of different things. Gave up wheat. 2 weeks later, oh my god, this is a miracle. I mean, I had chronic pain, inflammation, like I was in so much pain. Gave up gluten, gave up wheat, and it like literally saved / changed my life. That's how bad it was. There was some bad like 1.5 to 2 years where I was suffering. And it was that. Just kind of like worked its way up out of nowhere in my 20s. And I had a friend that had gone through and done the full elimination diet, and so that kind of like spurred me on to think maybe I should just do that and see, who knows, you know. And I just thought, I can't believe all of these doctors in different departments and stuff that I saw, and no one thought food, you know, stop wheat. For literally like after a week of giving it up, I felt so much better. I was like, this can't be. That can't be. I couldn't believe it. So anyway, that's my little... I share that story so that if you are having anything, try elimination diet or giving up wheat for a week. See if it improves any symptoms that you're having. Because it literally changed my life. I'm not like... It's not in a... Give up gluten, guys. It's great. You feel less bloated kind of way. I mean, I was in serious issues. Let's build some roads along here so people can get to these a little quicker. we go, forgot to connect the farmhouse up so stuff can get collected. So hopefully, you know, maybe one person hears that and it helps them too, because I wish someone had told me sooner. And it kind of became obvious after I hadn't had it for a couple of months. I thought, it's probably wasn't that. Maybe it's fine. I had like Chinese food and I just woke up in the night and was like violently sick. My body rejecting it. I was like, oh. So now my tolerance has gone down, and when I have wheat, I get like headaches and stuff. And I feel a bit depressed too when I have it. It like affects my body in the strangest ways. Okay, we've got 5 unassigned families. This is great. Okay, let's assign someone back into fishing. We've been doing buildings. Let's have someone back in logging and someone back on fuel. Then we've still got 2 unassigned families. We've got 2 empty homes here. The other 3 have been filled. So let's start building our next set of homes as well, so that even more people can move in. I'm just going to go 1 row back and build on the same lane as these houses. Can I make that like not snap so I can really do it in the same spot? Oh no. Because you're doing it where I don't want to quite do it, let me tell you something. You're doing it in the whole wrong place there, buddy. I suppose it's a medieval village. It's okay if it looks a little bit hickledy-the-pickledy. You, who goes there? Hickledy of Pickledy, sir. I'm actually writing a book. Should I have a character called Hickledy of Pickledy? Sir Hickledy of Pickledy at your service. It's not even a fantasy or a medieval or Game of Thronesy or anything, but I think that would work well just in anything, right? Just a modern day rom-com. Someone working in a library or something. Who are you? Hickledy of Pickledy. Our book's ruined. Sorry. The comments told me I had to call the character that. Well, it should have been the comic relief, not the leading lady. Taking it to publishers. So, we love the book. It's funny, it's got heart, it's wholesome, you know. We love your voice in this, and just one thing, it's the main female character, the lady. You've named her Sir Hickledy of Pickledy. I thought this was a Progressive Publishers. I thought this was be a home for this story. I can't believe this. No, sorry, we're so sorry. Please don't tell anyone. We'll give you all the advance in the world, and we'll make you a bestseller. It's great. It's yes, absolutely. She is Sir Hickledy of Pickledy. That's the marketing campaign. That's what I thought. Get working on the cover immediately. Right, we've got houses up. Those were built quickly. We're absolutely flying now. It does start slow, but then things start to snowball, just like all of your dreams in life, baby. Keep going. Keep going. You never know when it's gonna snowball, let me tell you. So here's our little market. We've got 2 stalls up. One selling common goods, one selling stuff from the granary. That's good to see. Just standing here opposite each other. There's a sitcom here. There's 2 market stalls standing outside in the rain, both just dudes with their arms crossed, staring at each other, standing behind their stall, serving a village of 8 families. I mean, miserable. You wouldn't want this job. I think out of all of these, I would probably pick the fishing. I feel like that's going to be your best mental health, your best quality of life. You're fishing every day, catching fish, eating fish, working the farm's going to break your back, picking up the mushrooms, all of that. That's hard stuff. Right, so the mushrooms are now shrinking, they're seasonal. So, really, we don't want this person living here, honestly. Where do you work? You're unassigned, but you're having to travel so far to do it because this bloody mushroom place is out in the middle of nowhere. Really, it might make sense to start building another village down that way. It's so far from everything. Once we start getting people in. We're in October. Halloween's about to strike. Don't know if Halloween's been invented yet, but we'll celebrate it anyway. And more resources stolen by bandits. They've come back for our mushrooms. 13 and 6. Right, I want hands this time, sir. Calm down, sir. I said I want these bandits dealt with. The thing is I don't want to raise an army too soon. Because what I remember from playing this the first time around is it's actually quite hard to fight the bandits. And I can remember getting jumped, and my people were not ready, and I had more people than we had right now. So we'll see how it's going. Here in our glorious month of lightning. Although no, that sounded like lightning strike actually, rather than thunder. That's thunder. Funnily enough, my follow sound when I started out on Twitch and for the first few years was actually a crack of thunder. Perhaps I always knew my destiny was in sleepy, rainy ASMR content. Speaking of which, The Hobbit has started on Down to Sleep, but it's Patreon exclusive, so if you join the Patreon you get 600 plus episodes. We did 600th episode recently. 5 years of me reading books to you to help you sleep, and The Hobbit is every week. Tolkien Tuesday, as we call it. And you can hear the entire The Lord of the Rings books, saga, read by me, doing all the voices, you know. Over on there as well, patreon.com/downsleep. Come and join the sleepiest book club around. If you're enjoying this, I think you would enjoy me reading books to you. And if times are tough, listen to the free episodes as well on Spotify, but there are some books I can't share there, so but there's Anna Green Gables there's Sherlock, there's other stuff if you want to listen for free. I'll always be putting the free episodes out as best I can as well. Don't expect people to have to always pay for everything. I mean, this is free, isn't it? We do what we can, you know. And sometimes people say, why is there an advert on this? And I say, because I've got to eat something, mate. I can't give it all away for free, can I? My boys have got to eat. So, I think as long as I can feed my cats, I'm fine. Their food's bloody expensive, though. Alright, back to it. Only the best for my princes, okay? I get them a urinary food, actually, because they're all boys now. So with them being male cats, it's to help with them going for a wee, alright? It's like bloody 60 quid a box. Gone up as well. That's where I really notice stuff like cost of living, is when cat stuff goes up, because I'm like, what? It's like, because I live quite simply myself. But when the cat food goes up, I've watched it go up from like 50 to 60. I'm like, hang on, someone needs to have a word here. What's going on with the cost of living crisis? Alright, we are building our plots of homes. Let's actually speed up. Let's try and get some healthy growth in during this session. We've got 5 months. We just had some more resources still, and we've got 5 months of food, 7 months of fuel. And whilst they're building and people are moving in, let's have a look at what we could build. So let's get another well. Don't have any well yet. Requires water. Ah, right on this corner here. That could be a cute little spot for it. Or by the farms. On that corner. That's a good spot for a well. So we'll build our well there. We've got our market. A small tavern, but you need ale. Should build a church at some point. Hallowed be thy name. Tempted to read the Bible, you know. A communal oven. Oh yeah, we actually want to start... When they grab this wheat, the rye, what are we going to do with it? Winter is approaching. rejected taglines for Game of Thrones. And I call it, and then they say to each other, winter is approaching. Right, George, do you think maybe winter is coming might be better? I like approaching. So we need a windmill by our farm. Ah, we need planks to make the windmill. Okay, in which case that is good. That sets us on our path. For, where is it? The thing that turns it into planks now. The saw pit. So our little wooden area is really coming along. Oop, oop, oop. Click the wrong button. Let's have a saw pit here and also connect these to the road. What are we actually doing, mate? Just because they work in the woods doesn't mean they don't want a road, does it? Okay, connect this up. And that back side there. Now that's connected. So then we'll start getting planks. We can start making more advanced stuff. We've got 3 unassigned families, so stuff should be built pretty quickly. Got a good amount of timber coming in. Got someone working the fuel. Let's see what the mushrooms are doing in October. Food, we've got a good amount of fish. Obviously we need to start building that up more as we come to winter. I might put someone else in the fishing just to make sure we're getting food. We've got 8 months of fuel, so that's good. Because I'm wondering, November, harvesting, ploughing, sowing crops. Because there's a harvest of rye here. In winter, is that going to die? Another family moved in, so let me get another farm family. And upgrade the plough. Will they know when to do it? The crop is currently growing. I don't want it to have grown and then die in winter because we planted at the wrong time. I guess I'll leave it and see what happens. I'll trust that the farmers know better than me. Look, people going to the market to drop stuff off. I'm working the stall today, actually. Oh, sorry, I thought we finally had some movement in terms of shopping. Alright, all of our houses are built. Let's take a look. That's empty, that's empty, that's empty. So we've got space for 3 families to move in. Great. Speed her up. Start getting people in as we prepare to survive our first winter. Saw pit's done. Gain greater control over production with the advanced tab. Workers will not work until you have more of the resource surplus. It's a pretty handy tool, but for now we just want you making planks. You work till there's 5 in generic storage. And you can say if you want to always leave a certain amount here is where you would do it in timber and planks to limit it to like only make 10 planks, don't use all of our timber. Limber! Hello, you're through to Limber Timber. That's what I would call my timber company if I had one. Limber Timber, Morph speaking. Here, timber be limber soon enough, Mom. We'll be on the way soon. Sounds like a gardening company, actually, doesn't it? Tree surgeon company? I love that they call tree cutters tree surgeons. Very important and dainty work. Trees are actually very sensitive. Depending on the tree, of course. My garden's looking really good. After I let it rewild itself and grow loads of brambles over the last year, I had it cut back and sort of tended to when you're supposed to at the right time of year before this spring, and now it's all growing in ready for late spring and summer. Roses haven't bloomed yet, but mine bloom quite late. But I love roses. I've got a lovely couple of robins that hang out in the garden and come and sit by me. And from all of the gardening, they were just loving the worms coming up, I think. Watch him grabbing food and taking it back to his lady. And I'm really wondering if I might get to see a baby robin. If I do, I'll post it on my Instagram, as I do with the ducks and stuff, as we've got goslings now and the cygnets are about to be born. Baby swans. The local wildlife, the flora and the fauna, you know. But I suppose baby birds really stay in the nest until they're ready to like drop out and fly. And I think it actually nests in the neighbour's garden. They've got a really nice, like, big, bushy kind of green tree. I've only got like a tall kind of fir tree, so the birds don't nest in that. But I do try and keep shrubs and hedges out there so they have places to go, and they love getting food from my garden. But it'd be great if I got to see it. I might cry a little, you know, to be honest with you. I'm loving how our village is coming along. I kind of couldn't picture it before, but it's really, really happening now. I wonder if also a way to get more people moving in would be to expand the living space on our existing homes as well. And once we get planks, we can start expanding and getting people to keep chickens and stuff like that too. So how is our little plank doing? Plank fellow. We've got 3 timber in storage, ready to be sewn, sawed into planks. So we don't have any planks at the moment. Who works here? You. You're late for work. Get down, saw pit, and get sawing. Sorry sir, I live over by Mushroom Hut. Don't know who decided to build an house out there, but it took me 3 days to get to work. Ah, we've got 5 planks now. So now, what did I want the planks for? I was going to build something, wasn't I? And the thing I was going to build was...
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
Not a cherche. Oh, a windmill, that was it. So then when we get that, I need 8. So once we get 8 planks, we'll build a windmill here by the farms, so they can start making rye bread. Just standing here having a chat. I like that you can click on random people. Oh, I can't actually click on them, but I can see their name. Anna. Jorg. Jorge. Okay. We now have 10 planks. It's time to build a windmill, and a new family moved in. Happy days. I like games like this. What's your favourite game like this? I love Banished. Banished is a really, really good one. If you've never played Banished, that's amazing. But I really, really, really like these. And I think Manor Lords for me brought back a lot of the Banished feelings. Foundation was a good one too. That one's very, very relaxing. That one's very slow, but very chill. Love the classics, your Age of Empires as well. That one's got a bit of battling to it as well. But I do like the ones where you're just building something. And I've always got more into ones like this over like Sim City and stuff like that. Like modern city builders just don't do it for me. But what's the best of those? Although back in the day on the way home from pit, we didn't have much choice and we had to play Sim City, the old one, on old computer. And all I like to do sometimes on there was, I didn't even have it, but my friend had it on his personal computer, and I like to play Sim City, and we'd just build a quick little city, and then you'd trigger a robot or an alien invasion or something, or a disaster. And as a young boy, that was like, look at this, we just made our own disaster movie. I weren't actually playing a game, I was just placing some buildings and then watching a sort of, I remember it being like an alien spider robot or something. That was so long ago that I actually can't remember what it was, but you can do something and it just comes down and destroys your city. And I was like, oh, that's a cool game. You build a couple of houses and then watch a alien do it, or an earthquake. That's cool. Meanwhile, there was probably like actual adults playing that game and building entire cities and being like, here we have the infrastructure that can maintain. I was just put an alien there and destroy that actually. Watching a windmill be built, plank by plank, slowly by slowly, and softly. This shall stand for hundreds of years and service the village right here. Let's stick one of the families into the windmill, which I think is facing the wrong way, isn't it? I mean, well, it's snowing. Sorry for the gasp, that was unexpected. It's December and it's snowing. Beautiful. We did put the windmill the wrong way around. Oh well. Seems like it would be annoying to tear it down, so I'm just going to pretend that I intended to do it that way. We'll build around this area with it. So what happens with our field of rye, because it's still growing and they haven't done it yet? Pollination. Fertility drifts on breeze and wing. Crop, orchard and vegetable yields are increased by an amount equal to 30% of the combined meadow environment. When apiation affinity, current effect 41%. So let's make those. I'm trying to think where I want stuff to be, because I think once you basically choose between, I think, expanding a plot and whether you have something in the backyard. I think. So let's say if this is residential, we'll expand these so 3 more families can move in, and then we'll see whether we can also have an extension in the backyard or not. And here we can have a vegetable garden, a chicken coop. It all adds to variety. An orchard, an apiary. Ah, they put them in here. Let's get some bees. Provides a passive yield of honey. Every 3rd yield provides wax. So let's have them grow bees, keep bees. And right next to the bees, we'll have an orchard. That's so cute. The winter wind. Oh, winter is approaching. George, not now. Only one person can work the saw pit, so no need to increase there. Oh, we're at 2 months of food. I wonder if they can actually... Can they not fish? The season is freezing. Can they not fish whilst it's snowing? I wonder if the pond is frozen. Because we're suddenly down to 2 months of food. And I've had 2 fishermen the whole time. I don't think they can fish. Did the mushrooms grow back? Not yet. Will be ill prepared. We may quickly have to do workshops here. Let's grow veg out the back on that one. Animal pen. And Oh, these cost me regional wealth when I'm doing it. To have chickens, I need 20 regional wealth. And I have 0. Amount of wealth owned by the residents of this region, the primary currency used in the trading post, spent on backyard extensions. Oh. Well, I spent it all. Let's have a vegetable garden there. Hopefully... Wow, it's really snow-covered, this area. Look at this. Let's have a little walk around. Walking around my snow-covered village, hoping we survive the winter. What was that, sir? I said we're definitely going to survive the winter. Look, I am a gentleman. I step off of the path for the fair milkmaid. Thank you. You're welcome. Step off of the path for the lady. Let her take the way. Get my pointed toes cold in the snow. Oh, the pond is, like, looks fully frozen over. Actually, we can see it freezing. That didn't look like that a second ago, but now it's frozen. I wonder if we can hear ice cracking. It seems like we can. You hear that? Let me turn it up. Softly under the hammer of progress that you can hear in the distance. The gentle cracking of ice. Sir, what are you doing? Don't walk out onto the ice. He's lost his mind. I wish to hear it crack. Nice. Relaxing. Though there is a food crisis, so I should get back to work. So, yeah, the snow has gone over the farm, but it hasn't killed it. It's just chilling, I think. We have to just wait. Okay, we can still have a backyard extension. Even with 2 people living there, that's good. Ah, I suppose we ran out of food because more people moved in and we didn't expand how many were fishing. And we have 1 carp left and 4 mushrooms to survive the winter with. Well, good luck. Let's slow things down and see what can actually be done there. Farming wise, it's too late for that. Hunting camp, we don't have any wild animals nearby. Fishing, it's frozen. Kind of screwed. But let's not let it stop us from expanding. We'll have a forester's hut here so that they're replanting saplings where we're cutting. To work out of here, this area back here. Place a road that comes out and around from there. We'll need to start collecting stone. Stone gatherers camp. So workers gather rubble stone or extract rough stone. This is just stone, I think. We just put it right there in the middle of that. And I suppose there could be a road that comes up from here to save in case people live there. It's a bit of a long way around, isn't it? Perhaps there should be a road that cuts up the back here into this area. Bit of a shortcut. I mean, there's someone in the windmill, but there's nothing for them to do because we haven't gathered anything yet. Just want to make sure there isn't something I should be building whilst we wait for the winter to pass.
In the rain or snow, there's still work.
I guess a trading post would have been smart to trade food in. Tavern, nothing to serve at the moment. And a pasture for livestock. Might be the thing to start as well. Next to the farm. Into pasture. Wonder how big it should be. Pasture space. I mean, there it says 27. That seems like a decent amount, I think, to start with. Oh, but I've actually... Oh, do you know what? I've well over-egged that, because we have to literally... It's not like 27 sheep are going to spawn in there. You actually... I remember now, you have to use a trading post to actually bring them in. Alright, get rid of that for now. So really, I think we want a little pasture out front for now, until I work out how to do that. Well, that's all, because just farmers just work in there, don't they? Alright, so we've run out of food. Got 1 month left. Let's see. I mean, I'll build a trading post, but we also have no money. But we might be able to trade some goods. This may save us. Trading post here in off town centre on way out. There we go. On the corner there. For the start of everything. Some of you may die. But I'm very happy with our little town as we move through December. When will it start? March, spring. Winter is December to February. Okay, yeah, some of us are definitely going to die. Alright, trading post is coming together very nicely. I love what it's like a time lapse of watching something be built. It's so satisfying.
Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move. I'll put it in place.
Yearning for simpler times. I feel like that's a real theme of this year. People are yearning for simpler times. People are scrolling less than ever, engaging less than ever. I think slowly some parts of humanity are starting to turn on the old social medias and how everything's going, aren't we? Yearning to get outside. But keep clicking my stuff, guys. It's my bloody job, innit? I would happily give it all up if we returned to another time. I feel like these videos are, you know, I'm trying to do something positive with them. I'm not trying to add to the mental unwellness and retention editing of the world these days. Certainly trying to make everything be made with a bit more intention. And some of the slop that's out. I mean, sometimes I judge what I'm doing when I make something, and then I actually look at what's in my different areas of where I do make stuff, and I think, wow, that is complete slop. Like, my stuff is Monet next to that. The absolute crap that people put out. Just AI made, like, gaming news headline posts with an AI image on it and an AI written thing and an AI... It's like, get out of this scene, dude. Like, it disgusts me. Anyway, that's why I don't scroll as much anymore, because it makes me hate what I'm doing. The trading post allows for the import and export of most goods in exchange for regional wealth. Use the trade rule drop-down menu to set a good for export import. Assigned families will stock the trading post and walk to the nearest trade point to exchange goods. Traveling merchants periodically arrive. So let's look in the trading post. Assign one family. And what do we have to trade? Let's see. Is this trading stuff we're selling? Livestock assignment. Allow foreign trade. So how do I say that I want to buy food? It's got to be in here, right? Trade. So minor trade, 7 for 7. Allow traveling merchants to trade this resource. But how do we tell people to go? Establish a trade route. A dedicated traveling merchant will regularly visit with this specific type of good. I think we can't open a trade route because we're too poor. So we can tell that we want, what we would say is we want a surplus of something and open a trade route for that thing. But can we not sell through here? I guess we can't do that without a trade route either. That was worth it. Alright, we've got 0 months of food left. We are preying on the pond thawing. Mushrooms are at 0, and the nearest and dearest food in this area is in another region that I don't know if we have access to. Like, would I even be allowed to build here? If I wanted to build a hunting lodge, cannot build in this region, so I have to actually advance to even be able to hunt animals. Alright, so let's fast forward and see what happens. We've got a month to last. Storage is full in the storehouse. Upgrade. Get it built, lads. Now, do we have full people? We've got space for one more family to move in there. Space for more there. Till we get the food situation, we don't want more people moving in right now. Bum bum bum. Didn't you make something? Didn't we get you to make a village? A village? A vegetable patch. Ah, there we go. So we've got animals, veggies. We have to purchase seeds with regional wealth. Okay. Why are we so poor? Mama, where is supper? Making honey, mixing up the honey. I suppose trees can take 2 to 4 years to mature and reach maximum yield. Well, you may not eat, but your children shall. As we expand our back gardens. I mean, I guess I could tell them to harvest the farm early, couldn't we? Is that a thing? Don't see a button for it. Just gotta wait it out. It's like winter in Stardew Valley, there's nothing to do. Go down the mines. Oh yeah, how's our stone camp doing? Speaking of, there we go, let's get someone working in there, collecting the stone. And then this is salt on the surface. Endless underground reserves. So what collects salt? Maybe we could be salt traders. Basically, most influences in in the gaming and or political space these days. Trading on salt and fandoms. Oh, no Star Wars bad, guys. No Star Wars bad, not for me. Salty, salty. Quarry. Rough stone. Salt, salt, salt. How to collect salt. Farming. Administration. Industry. Charcoal kiln. Bloomery. Smithy. Clay furnace. How does one collect the salt, as they say in France? Salt. Salt. Oh wait, here. Salt deposits. A mining pit. Rich deposits may be upgraded to a mine. Okay, so let's build a mine here. on the salt. We're going to be salt barons. The salt must flow, etc. And then we'll start trading in salt. And then we'll build a salt empire. I love history, but I don't know enough about it. I would love to know, like, what resource empires have been built on. I mean, I suppose oil is like the obvious one, but maybe there's like some really fascinating ones. Maybe an empire was built on salt or tea or something. It's one of those things where I want to know it all, but it's so overwhelming. And where to start? You have to almost like pick like a little niche to learn about. There's a lot of history in the world, bub. Alright, so we're going to be collecting salt from this mine. And it's endless. Family is hungry. They require food. Well, not a lot I can do about that, unfortunately. We must ride it out. Ah, oh, bandits have stolen our honey. That's rude. Come on, guys. Can't you see we're starving?
Oh, this is heavier than it looks.
We've made it to Feb. Just one more month. I can see the snow is starting to thaw. We're almost there, guys. Hold on. Warm up next to each other and just keep going. So close. Let it all thaw away. You can literally watch it thawing the snow. Okay, let's put another someone in fishing, just so as soon as that opens up, we're catching those fish and feeding the hungry families. Got 9 families hungry. A new message. We've received reports of bands of raiders roaming the land. Should we track their steps? We'll be ready, or track their movement, prepare for the attack. I mean, track their movement, but hopefully that's not triggering something. So we've got a year to prepare for an attack. Oh no. There they are on the corner. Archers and spearmen off of the back of a harsh winter. Mushrooms are good to go too. Let's get someone in there. Right. We've got a year to get our team ready. But we're fishing again. We're getting food in. We'll be okay. Though the days roll quickly ahead. Probably the best thing we can do there is start expanding the homes again so that people can move in. Because we certainly are going to need more folk for an army. And we may be left with not as many as we started. I understand. Not enough goods. How are we doing? Have you used up our timber? Yep. Oh my god, you made 133 planks. I should have put a limit on you. Well, you said I was late for work and I took that personally. I showed up every day and I sawed absolutely every last plank you had into a plank. Your timber is limber, let me tell you. Right, well, I've made a mistake, haven't I? Goodness me. The limit on production should surely be, you know, 50 planks. Don't need more than that, and always keep 25 timber in reserve. Thank you. Well, you didn't tell me. I just do what you told me to get down pit and sword, and that's what I did. Right, thanks for that. Sword us into oblivion. Alright, so we've got 350 days. 59 days to prepare. Settlement needs more food and fuel. We're out of food, but we're fishing away. And foraging mushrooms, which are back down to 0 straight away. Ah, you can upgrade the forager hut to a herb garden if you have regional wealth. I like that you can literally zoom in and see mushrooms. It's great. I mean, that mushroom hut's not been much of a muchness, has it? How many do we even have after that? 4. But we've got fish now. We're getting the carp in. I'm wondering about making another fisherman's hut, but I don't want to overfish this pond. I think we'll have a bountiful harvest of the fields here. But let's not let ourselves get into that situation again, and let's build another farm field over where it's still fertile. That's fertile for Emma there. Everyone called Emma's ears perking up. I don't know what Emma is, but I'm guessing we can eat it. And that's for rye. So let's use this little bit of where it is actually fertile for Emma. And... wait, oh, what's happened to this? Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong fertility. But the middle of this field is suddenly not fertile for rye. Even though that was like perfect fertility before. We haven't even had one harvest yet. Anyway. Let's put a road here to build off of so we know what we're doing. Road up here. And then a field against that road. And just where it's fertile. So up here a bit, that way a bit. Until we get... oh, wait. No. Come back a bit. Come back a bit. There you go. Up here, up here. 0.7. Oh, go further out. What am I hearing? Work area is empty. Okay. That sounded like a bloody war horn. One Morgan of Emma. And rye. Let's do another rye field. Like this. 0.8. How do we make it? 1. One Morgan. Okay.
I'd tell her maybe you didn't scream at me all the time, wouldn't hurt.
Rye. Oh, wait. No. Emma's not even a thing, because it doesn't let me do it. It's not something we can plant. I guess I'll put wheat in there. This rain will be good though. Listen to the rain for a second. My phone. I need to look up what is Emma. Let's see. We're learning about medieval stuff. What is Emma? An ancient hulled wheat species and one of the first cereals. Oh, it's wheat. Oh. I guess I should know my enemy, but I don't. Mushrooms are empty. Right, get out of there. Let it go back then. You bloody useless you are.
Just give me a hammer and something needs to not move.
I think we need more fish. It's our only resource that's trusty. So let's have 2 sets of fishermen here. And we'll just scale back on the fishing if it starts to deplete. So I think, I mean, I picked the lakes because it was pretty and I wanted to pick by the lakes, but really I've just ended up building by a pond in this region. We're nowhere near the lake. And also, the lake fishing points are way on the other side, surrounded by brigands. So it's going to be forever until I get to there, which is what I wanted for us. I probably should have just built on an easier map, but you know what? The Lord gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers, my people. Enemy unit. Light mercenary spearmen moving in. They're called Flock of Crazy Geese. I know it. Sir, people are sleeping. Calm down. I knew it would come to this, geese. Lived long enough for you to turn on me. So we've got 350 days to get enough people in to build a militia. I think let's build some houses down this end. As we start to move towards another village down that way, we want a little bit of an open space. There we go. Enough space for a little workshop at the back as well. Bit of a hodgepodge, but that's fine. I think how much space there is at the back might also be the yield, I think. Oh, what the hell? Like, just doing something like that would be good. We just need 10 limber timber. So let's see what's going on with our timber, shall we? 2 timber. Many planks. Let's stick somebody else in the timber for now. We did upgrade the farm, didn't we? But there's no livestock to be assigned. Because we need more oxen. So maybe the next thing for us to do is to get another ox area. Or is there? Do we upgrade from the one that's already here? I think we need to build one. So you can have more ox, because right now we have one. So we get the hitching post. Oh wait, there's the hitching post. Yes, okay, so the stable space for 1 there. And we can upgrade it to a small stable. That's what we want. Pack station. Build up a barter connection. Send and receive goods between this and another region. Employ mules and transport 20 goods per trip. Let's do that too. We'll have them set out from right by the warehouse here. Livestock trading post. We need that too, but we need more families to fill these roles. Okay. Let's see. We've got 16 months of fuel, so I'm going to take the families out of the fuel post. I'm also going to take this guy out of the plank pit. We'll put 3 on wood. Don't want to worry about saplings just yet. Now, have we actually been collecting salt? There's people down the mine. What do we have? 11 salt. There you go. Plenty of firewood.
Summer's coming soon. Soon.
Enemy unit spotted. Here? Is this our land? No, but they're on the way. There's so many people moving around now. I forgot that this even had combat. Create new units in an army. So if we form a militia of footmen. The male villagers will be evenly distributed between all militia units. They will then try to find required armaments. The weapon and shield depends on the unit type, while the maximum quality of body armor and helmet depends on the village's residential level. After bringing the necessary equipment home, the unit recruits are marked as ready to rally. Only then are you able to rally your unit. So we actually don't have enough swords or anything, right? For anything. Come out of here. So we need to turn some of our areas into like armorers, but we don't have the region wealth to do that. Well, I guess we'll raise one little army. And my mum got scared. But let's see if we raise one militia footman. That's it, I just click on that and then, but people are saying the equipment's missing. What happened to the equipment they sent us? I wonder if the bandits stole it.
Who approved this construction plan? A blind man or perhaps a blind fool?
We're in trouble. Alright, a region is being claimed. Bidishwards is being claimed. Which is right next to us. Resolve claim on the battlefield. Use king's favor. Coming soon. Negotiate. Coming soon. Well, nothing we can do for now. Until we've got our militia together. Which may not happen. You may miss out. But until then, we've lived a peaceful life. Just don't really know how I'm supposed to... Oh, wait, I just found the button in the trading post. Hang on. So what do we have loads of? We have loads of planks, so I can say export planks. Ah, guys, I've worked it out. So if I only want to have 100 planks, that means you can sell those for 1 a pop, but... Ah, okay. So what do we have lots of? Let's say I just want 70 planks. Sell the rest. We need to start making some money. Food, we don't have any surplus to trade. Crafting materials. Nope. Gonna trade a little bit of salt. We export salt, okay? It's 5 a pop. Major trades require a trade route. Commodities, no. We have 20 spears and 20 shields, I see. And we've got a lot of firewood. We have enough for 16 months, so we could say we'll export some firewood. We'll keep in 140. So I think the guy that works here is just going to start trading that, and hopefully our money starts going up so we can start actually earning. Running out of food. Well, build the other fishing hut. High priority. Bum-ba-dum. It's all go into pot, isn't it? Ah, so if we get more regional wealth, we can then buy oxes for the small stable, so we can have more people moving stuff around. Now where's that little... Everything's still under construction, it's taking so long. What's being built right now? What did I do? They're still building this house here, okay. Get her built, lad.
Don't forget to brace the frame of the door. You don't want it to sag.
So if we go to our army, we now know that this is the wrong thing. So spearmen, a spear militia is what we've got. 20 of 36 we've got, because we've only got 20 spears. So we've got 20 spearmen to survive with. Best we can do. May not be enough, but we're going to give it a shot. Alright, that house is built. They should now get to work on the fishing. And if it ends, it ends. We'll come back and try another time. Let me know, of course, in a comment if you would like to see more of this. I mean, this has been a bit of a refresher. I've been remembering what to do. I would obviously hit the ground running a lot quicker. If we survive it, we could continue this city. If not, we will start a new one in a future part. But let me know in a comment. That's also always kind of where I go from if people are saying, yes, please do this again. That's kind of what brings me back to it. Plus my own interest, you know. How's the mushrooms doing? 20 mushrooms there. I don't know if we have a family to spare right now, but go grab those mushrooms, somebody. Food will be fine with these fishermen. Another fisherman, one family spare. So people will start moving in. We're at 68% approval, so it's fine. And the pack station is finished, so I'm wondering if we can barter. Where is it? Pack station. Stable space. So I need regional wealth to purchase a mule. And in there, what do we barter with? Barter partner. None. Send. Barter partner. We could send all kinds of stuff, like carp, if we had that, say. And then if I wanted, por exemple, pears. But there's no barter partners. I guess I have to, like, make a deal with someone. Okay, we'll look into this later. Might not have been worth me building for now. Alright, I think we're good on planks now. Let's get you out of there. We've got 25 timber, 121 planks. Let's leave one person in the plankage. New fisherman's lodge is up, so let's get 2 in there. Ah, yes, we're getting wealth. We've got 20 now. We've worked it out, guys. We have advanced as a civilization. So now along these houses with 20, we're going to be able to turn them into blacksmiths' workshops and armorers as we get more wealth. Great. Let's fast forward and wait for that to come in. And build our next set of houses as was planned along here. Just so then there's plenty of space for someone to come in. And mushrooms are all gone. Also, it says mercenary companies are available, so I feel like... Let's see what they are. 100? Okay, we're not going to be able to afford them, but maybe we can also work on trading if we don't have the people in the arms yet. Meantime, it might be that we actually trade for spears. Import spears. Desired surplus. 10. Let's see what else they need. So when you make a spear militia, oh, and tall shields. So we'll trade with other people, bringing in spears and large shields. till we have a surplus of 10. And see how that goes. Get ye to work, sir. We have a world to defend in 200 days. The time is ticking by. How's this field going? 100 days left. We'll be collecting these fields. And it'll be rye for days.
On and on.
Alright. Plot level too low.
Pass me the hammer, will you?
Plot level too low. So in order for me to make that into an armorer's workshop, this plot needs to be a higher level. Upgrade plot requirements not met. Residential requirements will increase. Level 2. It says 6 planks, 2 wood. I have that. Level 2 plots. Maybe because it's too small? Maybe it's their happiness? Refueled, nothing stored inside, people working.
Come along, lad.
Maybe it's the armaments to upgrade, because they're at 0 of those and they're red.
Look, this is heavier than it looks.
Unless they need something else first. But then if I've built on here, but I also can't upgrade that, requirement's not met. But maybe it's because they don't have extra living space. Maybe you have to expand the construction first? This was unclear. Let me look it up. Manor Lords. Upgrade. Burgage. Requirements. Specific settlement facilities, market supplied commodities. Each tier requires higher construction funds. Water access. A church. Oh, food diversity, fuel, clothing. Clothing store providing linen, leather or yarn, timber. Okay. So we need a church and other stuff before we can do that. Wooden church, faith and hallowed ground. Oh, big old church there on the corner. Church at the top of the hill. Yeah, that's the right space for it, honestly. Let's do it here, and then we'll have the road go off that way, yeah? Have it come around the back here, into a crossroad. Connect the well to the road. How do I see those requirements? I'm surprised it doesn't have that. Oh, obviously. Ah, it's right here. I'm blind, apparently. It literally says church access is the last thing it needs. Ah, dear. I have to get my eyes checked. Bloody hell. So the church is the last thing I need until we can start arming ourselves. Got it. Fast forward. Alright, food's going up. We've got 6 people fishing. Houses are built. Farms on the way. And now everyone's working on the church. So let's watch that. It's like a time lapse. The sound of the village and the woods, the community coming together. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think church, like someone built them hundreds of years ago, you know. I've got a church in the village, and I always look up at them and think, wow, it's not even that impressive of a one, but it's just, it is, yeah, impressive how long some stuff stands. I mean, let alone the projects that take hundreds of years, like that one, that famous European, obviously there's a load of famous European ones, but that really big one, and everyone does the videos too with Rammstein. I mean, it's crazy. We kind of stopped doing stuff like that as a people, didn't we? We're like, if it can't be built in a year and we can't start making money off of it instantly, we're not interested. No, thank you. It needs to be up in 6 months with a high-speed railway through it. And there is the church. Do we need to assign anyone to it? Nope, just exists and people come here and hang out. Oh no, it's still being built. It's not finished yet. I'm hard pressed to think of a game that has a better active building that you can just watch come together like this. If there is one, let me know in a comment because I'll play it. 250 days on the Raiders. 65 days left on the rye field. And the church is almost ready. It's like a 4-month build. Church is up. We do need to assign someone to it, so we've done that now. You can change the sound of the bell. Me and bells. Give me that one. So now they have a church. We should be able to upgrade our plot, right? Requirements not met. 2 and 6. Now they need foraged goods, vegetables, grains, and fruits. Did someone eat all of the fruits? What happened? He was supposed to be growing the fruit. So is that in addition to, or does it convert it to that? I have space for 2 workshops in the same place. Oh, maybe we ran out of mushrooms. That's why. Before they were like, yeah, we'll upgrade because we want the mushrooms. And now it's like, all we've got's fish. Right, everyone along here is going to have a vegetable garden. Because I am sick of the food sitch and the variety in our diet. Get some spinach down here. There we go. We've actually got 50 monies now. Let's take a look at how our trade's been going. So have you been bringing arms in? Perhaps we need to establish a trade route. It's red until we do, I think. The merchant's en route and will be visible soon. For us to get spears. I like how we've worked this out together. It's been a real team effort, isn't it? So you can't sell any more planks because we're under our surplus. Let's make the surplus 50 for now. Then getting some money in at this time is important. We don't want to sell food, we will sell salt. But I need to open a trade route to sell it. So we're sitting on 52 salt at the moment. But we need 120 to open that trade route. So at the moment, we can only sell camp wood, which is also under the rate. Okay, well, these raiders are going to have a field day with us, aren't they? One in the stone gatherer camp. Let's put one in the woodcutter's lodge, one in the logging camp. Don't need to put anyone in the forester's hut just yet. One back down saw pit. Okay. And even though we have 6 people fishing, we're still low on food. Because so many people have been moving in. So I really hope when they collect this rye field that it's at least plentiful for a time. So let's prepare for that, because we're going to need a communal oven. So wheat flour, rye flour to bake rye bread is needed in a communal oven, which we'll put along on this corner here, opposite the windmill. So the windmill turns the grain into flour. First we sow the seed, then we grow the seed. Can't even think about importing livestock yet. But we'll have the sheep farm ready for when it... Actually, no, I have to like build it with wood and everything. It's not just a pasture, okay. Bring people in. Can we trade for livestock? How do we get sheep in? People need clothes. Ring-a-ding. Need to get everything that we can. I guess we will build a little sheep farm here then. Not over the mining area though. Is it Sunday? You're going to church? What's happening? I don't know how we would get more food in this situation. Okay, mushrooms is back to 59. Get in there and get them. Finally. 'Tis a silly world with silly rules. Alright, the oven is finished. So that will be ready when the field is. And now I want to see, they're coming to collect the mushrooms. If they take these mushrooms back to the granary and people have access to them at the market, will that count for upgrading the houses? Let's follow this gentleman back with his basket of shrooms. Taking a trip, follow him all the way back to the granary. And now there are 39 mushrooms in there. Nope, requirements not met. Foraged goods. There's certainly space at the market stall. Or maybe someone has to go and collect them from the granary and take them to market. I see a lady going there with her wheelbarrow now, picking something up. Loading up her wheelbarrow, she comes back. Actually goes to the trading post. And then someone is bringing goods to market, I hope. Pantry is full, forager hut. I mean, that's probably a good thing, until someone can come and collect them. Gives the mushrooms a chance to grow. Because I want to see, once they bring the mushrooms to market in the food stall, they're just selling carp. So let's see when they bring mushrooms here. Only one family working the stall, unfortunately. Very busy at the moment. So wait, someone's bringing something here. Looks like it's common goods though. When are you going to sell mushrooms? Wait, that's the storehouse. What's in the granary? Where are the mushrooms kept? They're not in the storehouse. Maybe they didn't pick them up yet. My modern life. Expecting my Amazon Prime delivery. Get it here now. I want it now, Daddy. Or Willy Wonka references. Right, we're harvesting the rye. So we'll get to see how this affects the food situation. Perhaps put another family in the farmhouse to speed things along, since they're still doing it by hand until we get livestock. As they have to collect all of the fields here. Lots and lots, which means get someone in the communal oven ready to refuel and go as well. Someone's in the windmill, 3 in the farmhouse. Okay, good. There's your forage goods. Right, requirements met. They brought the mushrooms and now we can upgrade these plots. The unfortunate thing is I think the requirements increase in terms of they will be unhappy when that's no longer met as a requirement, but what can you do? Needs must. There's only so much I, one humble mayor, can do. Still plenty of space for people to... Well, one space for people to move into. As things have grown, so has the need and the amount of jobs and people working here. We've reached settlement, medium village. Beautiful. That's good. What does that do? Can I upgrade anything? Coming soon. Oh, okay. It's just congrats. It's like, that's about it, really. Take you out of the mushrooms for now. Alright, so this has been upgraded to a level 2 plot. And now, if we had 25 wealth, but we don't because we've been trading, you'd be able to become an armorer or a blacksmith. I think we want to wait and make it a blacksmith so we can start making our own spears, in which case maybe let's turn off this trade here. Oh, even though we did that trade route, didn't we?
Come on.
For weapons, let's just have a surplus of 5. Don't spend all of our money on that. So we gotta sell other stuff. Or do I just turn that off? Maybe I'll just take it as a loss, honestly. No trade on spears. We'll make our own. And then we'll sell them. So that's what that trade route will become effective for. So we'll upgrade that back row. See, interestingly, this house here has access to everything, but this one doesn't have meats and fishes. It's just like slightly too far away from the market, I think, to upgrade. But we'll upgrade these. Dun 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 dun. Because we're low on the old foodies. See, I wonder if I have to actually buy, like, we made the vegetable garden, but we haven't bought the seed, and the seed costs like 20, look, seeds, beetroots, takes 10 weeks to grow. So even though I turned all of these into a vegetable garden, it doesn't mean they're automatically creating anything. There's no seed. I have to spend money to bring it in. Which is kind of crazy. So we have to wait for our trader to do some business. It says 25 regional wealth. We have 26, but it won't let me do the blacksmith. For some reason. Is regional wealth different to what I'm looking at? It's money. Regional wealth, 26. Maybe it's already like assigned for something? Oh dear. Anyway, how did that farming go? So we've got 94 rye and 14 wheat collected in the farm, and someone has to come and move that. Trade the planks. What are we actively trading? Like, this guy is storing the salt and keeping a desired surplus of 10. But the trade route's not open. So what are you doing with it? I feel like the only thing we're even selling is firewood, really. Money. Aha, there we go. Now it's registering that we have the gold to make a blacksmith's. Great. But then we're probably going to need iron and stuff, aren't we? Let's find out. This is a discovery session. So that's been upgraded into a blacksmith's. Okay. Blacksmith's made. Producing spears. So what do you need? Resources needed for crafting. 1 iron slab and a plank. Output, spears. Well, where's the nearest iron? Let's see. Iron, iron, iron. So we have clay and salt, and then it becomes a thing of, yeah, look, this region that was taken over has the iron. So it becomes a thing of where we're going to have to trade for our iron to create what we need. So there's quite a lot of trading that has to go on, which I guess makes sense for the era, doesn't it? But okay, so that was a lot of effort for me to do that, but then we're still away from making an army. Still a ways away, and food is a struggle to get our fully functioning medieval village going. Really, now it's looking like the trading post is very, very important, isn't it?
Come one, come all. Feast your eyes on our fine selection.
So we need iron slabs, which are 2 a pop if you want to import them. Right, so I tried to sort the situation out a little bit as best as I could. I tried to get another fishing hut up in time before winter, but I didn't quite get it there in time. We probably should have been fishing this a little more plentifully. We have 3 months of food, so we may just survive the winter without people going hungry. And I think a lot of that is due to the fields which got cleared, and this worked well and made bread. There's a little bit of rye bread left. How much do we have in storage? Let's see. 3 mushrooms, no fish, 12 wheat bread, 51 rye bread. So we're spending the winter eating rye bread together. But we've got plenty of fuel. It's just a little unfortunate that there's no iron or anything, so we're really having to trade. if I do another episode of this, if we don't survive, I think I will just go with that starter map. Actually, I think we've kind of made this more difficult than it needed to be for ourselves, but for me not understanding trade, you know?
Why do I have to carry this alone?
So, whilst people have got a... While we've got a surplus of people because the fishermen can't fish at this time, I'll put more people in the trade hub to see if we can start shifting more goods. And also I think we need more people in... The granary's nice and full, but maybe someone else in the storehouse, because there's a lot to move. There's a lot of stuff to move. We've got 80 days until the attack. And the army is no closer to being ready. And I've been trying to import the iron, but nothing's happening. So now I've filled this up with even more people. I want to see if we can actually get that in without opening an additional trade route, or if it's needed. See, like this, I think these are just normal ones. Like if I wanted to get tools in, I can. I can just say import tools, and I can spend 13 to bring a tool in. But it looks like an iron slab needs a trade route opened. And then it's 2 per slab. Because I've been trying to import these shields without it. And I already did import that. Import for a spear is 12. Iron slab is 12 too.
Gave the old ox a handful of months old. Spat it in my
So shouldn't I just buy ready-made spears? Ready-made Britneys, as we call them. Like, doesn't it? But then, can they even be spearmen if they also don't have a large shield? This is a lot more difficult than I remember to set up an army. And I'm wondering if that's because we don't have iron. Ah, okay, so I can see whether something's a minor or a major trade there. Right, so I can bring in iron ore. It's 11? For what? Foreign import price tariff 10. It's okay, we're learning. It's okay to get things wrong. It's an important lesson in life to understand that you don't have to be perfect all the time, and certainly not at your first attempt at something, okay, babe? It's okay. Save this at the death, at the last minute, if we can get it together, get a militia, and actually repel these raiders. So we're getting closer and closer. Okay, well if this isn't mana from heaven, we've got brigands for hire, a large pack of baddies led by the biggest and toughest of them all, and they've got a bear banner and they're only 30 gold. I think we might have to grab them. There's also a flock of crazy geese. The origin of the goose is vague. A lot of members used to be broke farmers. They're 90. How much money do I have? 100. The attack is in 28 days. We're no closer to doing it. I feel like I'm going to have to roll the dice with a flock of crazy geese here, because they got spears, swords, and archers, rather than just being some cheap bearsmen. Treasury funds insufficient? What do you mean? What do you mean? I bought Ratatouille for nothing? Regional wealth is 107. What's treasury funds? Regional wealth converted to treasury via mana taxes panel. And I haven't built a mana, so we can't hire mercenaries. We're cooked. Oh dear. Dun 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 dun. This will be the only thing that could save us at this point, is to get the geese in. Where should my mana be? Where should I live? I'm gonna live. Live on the outskirts here by the trading post, maybe. Here you can edit the layout of your castle, plan the construction. Oh, I'm supposed to put this where I want to build a castle? But I'm just a man of the people. It's fine, I'll just live in a manor house there, it's fine. Save the castles for successful leaders. I feel like mine is about to come to an end. To be perfectly honest with you. Got 20 days and I don't think manor will even be built in time, I told me. Raiders are on way. How many days do we need to put our militia together, I wonder? To rally. Maybe we'll rally with 10 days. So we're ready. We've got to grab their arms and such. I mean, if it takes you 10 days to rally the militia, then you're in big trouble. Yeah, this is not enough time for us to get this up and convert and hire, is it? 10 days. Alright, rally the militia. I don't know what area they're going to come from, so we'll rally you here. Select units with the left mouse button. Command units with the right mouse button. Alright, that's like an instant rally. We've got 7 days. Combat strength of your unit depends on many factors. Stances, morale, fatigue, effectiveness. Right. You 20 men are all that stand between us and the end. Fairly well. Bonne chance. Good luck and good night. 6 days till attack. 3 days. Oh wait. I see them. Oh, there's 36 archers. Alright. Come on, lads. It's all or nothing. Head yourselves down there. Right as taxation comes in. Activate the taxes tab after selecting your manor. I mean, I wonder if you could... whether we could quickly... Can the geese save us? The flock, can they come in? Land tax. 20%. What's tith? Percentage of surplus food given to the church in return for influence. Not what we need right now. Okay, so I can't just go, okay, the money's now over here. It actually is... it's taxes, and then... okay, so... it's not going to be in time to save us, but... I have faith in these 20 spearmen who have never fought a single fight before in our life. Whilst there may be 36 archers and 36 flock of crazy geese that we couldn't buy out, and also, I just spotted another 36 infantry there. Whilst there may be over 100 men waiting for you, my dear spearmen, you must protect your land. Form up here. It seems that they're heading perhaps to the mushroom fields first, the fools. Are they just passing through? It's still a day to be attacked. Enemy units spotted. Where are we going to be attacked from? They're passing through, no? Got a retinue. Mobilize my retinue. Now, can we afford... I saw some money come in. We can afford some local thugs. Wonderful. Hire. Come here, local thugs. Where are you? Here. Coming in. From the other bloody side of the map. You won't be here in time. The people have just marched through. It's... where's the attack? Well, we're waiting. I wonder if it's literally those people there. The outlaws. Because actually, these, I think, are just people people just passing through. Let's put you here first. You'll be our first line of defense. And I think it's these outlaws. Few, so we don't have to fight 100. It's actually just 40. We might survive this, guys. Let's fast forward and get to the fight. after all of that panic, I mean, we'll lose some people, but I think we might survive it. Especially with the hiring of thugs. So let's see what happens. Oh. The mercenaries have fled. We waited for so long that they left. I don't know if they're still coming. There's been no sighting of them. And the enemy, our neighbours, went up this way, and I wonder if they met them on the way and killed them. That would be really an anticlimax, but there's been no sighting of these raiders since. I'm wondering if we unrally. Disband unit, return to their daily lives as civilians. There's been no sighting. I think our neighbours did us a favour. So even though they were heading over there to claim more land, I think that has actually interrupted the attack. There's no sign of the outlaws after all that. Unit disbanded, and I guess my retinue can go back to life too. Good work, men. You scared them off. You were so intimidating that the attack was completely thwarted. We can go back to being fishermen. Imagine if the horn suddenly sounded. I come out of the woods now. We'd really be in trouble, wouldn't we? But I believe we did. So we've now survived 2 winters and an attack that never was. Somehow, some way. Though my leadership and management has been unorthodox and perhaps a little slower than some, we have made it through, my good woman, my good fellow. And all of you in between. Hey, what are you talking about? In between? What's in between? Ah, it's to come in the future, don't you mind. It's one guy in the background going, thanks for that. We've always been here. I know you have. Alright.
You'll not find finer wares anywhere else.
We did it. We survived. Slight anticlimax, but still, we're alive. And that is something to be grateful for. Thank you for watching and listening. That's where we put a pin in this one. Let me know in a comment if you would like to see more of this one on the channel, and I will see you next time. Make sure you like and subscribe to come back for even more episodes of this series, as well as some other Let's Play videos, and remember to click one of those videos on the screen to watch some more Sleepy Adventures right now. Until then, good night.